The Farm Journal Legacy Project presents Leave a Legacy. And now, your host, Kevin Spafford.
Welcome to Leave a Legacy. Death is certain. We all know our day is coming, but talking about it and planning for the consequence is very difficult. Succession focuses on passing the farm during lifetime. But what if it doesn't turn out that way? In the planning process, we must anticipate any number of pleasant and unpleasant outcomes. What if becomes a part of the conversation. The Dells of Maryland are proof that we must plan for the worst and hope for the best. Clinton Griffiths takes us to Maryland, where the family is learning how to cope with the loss and take their next steps.
The quiet of the picture-perfect Dell farm has been interrupted by a party of sorts. In July, the Dell family of Northern Maryland hosted a landlord appreciation picnic, complete with food, recreation, and good old-fashioned conversation. It's a chance to give back to their farming partners while the family pushes forward with life's changes.
Well, my brother and I were both getting older, and Dad was already semi-retired 2-3 years ago, and we didn't know where to go.
Greg Dell and his wife Della are talking about life as the family began its succession process a couple of years ago. Since that time, and with a little bit of help, the family is making progress. Greg's parents, the farm founders, are retired and taken care of. His brother Roger, who had been Greg's partner, has now retired thanks to a 20-year buyout plan that provides financial stability for both Roger and the farm. Bookkeeping responsibilities have transitioned to Greg's daughter-in-law, Shannon, and the farm reduced its debt and a point of contention by selling its dairy herd, which his son Gary and his wife Crystal bought and now own separately from the farm.
They don't have to worry about that part of it anymore.
And that's, it's...
And I know my dad likes it that way.
I mean, I shouldn't say problem. It's our problem, but it's not a bad problem to have.
Right.
When he's not feeding cows, Gary is helping Greg on the farm. Transitioning to the next generation is still a step that's in process. Setting up a plan to pass down or divvy up the operation between Greg's 3 boys hit a snag late last year.
I had in my head the plan of how I thought it was going to go, and now it's...
Tough words for any father to say out loud. His son Tommy Dell died in September of 2010 in a tragic accident during harvest after his equipment came in contact with overhead power lines.
I think about him all the time. It's weird.
I don't know. I don't know if you ever put that in your head that your child's going to go before you.
I guess everybody struggles a little bit in their own way. And I guess my biggest concern is Greg and Della. And as far as the business goes, is Greg, because I think he looked to Tommy for, the future.
Through the tears, the family has learned to lean on each other, while friends and neighbors stepped into the void for harvest.
If we'd have took advantage of all the people that offered to help, we could have picked our corn by hand, I think.
After the accident, it was shock. And then we kind of went to survival mode. And now we're kind of through spring and through surviving, and now maybe there'll be more progress.
While Gary and Tommy were slotted to lead the operation into the future, brother Doug had hoped to define a formal role through the succession planning process. Now the full-time firefighter has made his part-time passion of farming more of a priority.
I think Dad's kind of taken me under his wing a little and
I definitely see that.
showed me some stuff I never knew how to do.
Him and Tommy were together every day, a lot. So I think it's good that Doug's there to step in, and so Greg's not alone.
As for Tommy's family, he leaves behind his wife Shannon, his daughter, and his 9-year-old son. His wife Shannon remains an integral part of the operation, doing the books and helping with the seed business. Even in their loss, the business of life continues.
So we're embracing this whole 4-H year that's coming up in like 3 weeks. Grady's going to start football. That's all colliding at the same time. So life's chaotic as usual. But life goes on. and we're going on, I think, as Tommy would want us to go on.
Just like the landlord picnic, which was, of course, Tommy's idea.
Tommy was the face in the field and talked to the landowners, and I think maybe some of them thought, well, geez, you know, who's in charge now, you know? And actually, I've encountered that out in planning.
In light of our past year, it's a good idea to show that we're a united front and that we're still stable and strong and that we're moving forward, and they know here we are. We're the Dell family and we want to keep farming, and it's important to us.
Important today and important for their future. I'm Clinton Griffiths reporting.